this is Charlie426, and today we have the review of the premium Bandai exclusive HG Amazing Z'Gok from Gundam Build Fighters, Jim's Counterattack. Now this was used by Meijin Kawaguchi himself, and it was one of the most visualizing kit that had a big impact to me personally, because the concept of this kit was really fun for me to get. So that's why I got this kit and reviewing it right now. So first of all, the build. The build aspect is pretty much identical as the HGUC Z'Gok, but there are some differences on some areas. Really minimal, to the point where, yeah, it's not like foretelling a revived version of this, no way. First of all, the main reason I really love this kit, or the concept of this kit, is it's because it's like a mixed attacker based on the Zogok, Juaggu, Ag, and Agugai. So this kit does have all those aspects when it comes to weapons, and I will show them in detail. But before we actually get into the review, now let's see what you get other than the mobile suit or kit itself. So let's put the Amazing Z'Gok back there and see its components. First of all, let's get rid of the simple ones. Sticker. You only get 2 stickers. One for the mono eye. 2 is for that cockpit section, but I colored mine in white, so there's no big difference at all. So they do give you a sticker for the cockpit. Some leftover parts. Technically, there are pieces that look like this that are kind of similar to this design, but a little bit different, that goes into the arm. But you do get some leftovers of these, so I'm not sure what these are for. Leftover parts. Now, this is what you're supposed to use when you're building the HGUC Z'Gok. This is the main piece that goes inside the main body. However, this one uses a different part. Yeah, so you do get this part from the original. This is the new part that is used in this one. There's no big difference, but it's kind of similar piece. But here's the thing that's kind of different. You get another additional piece right here you can plug in, and this allows the kit to have some shoulder movement like this. However, despite the amount of shoulder movement you get, and by this piece a lot, in the kit itself you don't really get too much, so don't get the wrong idea. So you actually get two sets of these, so you do have all these parts. I just made this just to show you guys a more easier example to know how it feels like. Also, you do get the normal arms from the original HGUC Z'Gok, so if you want to use these, I guess you are technically able to use these, I think. These are the ball jointed ones, while the other arms are the main new parts and new build of the kit. So yeah, so if you don't want to have the Amazing Z'Gok after buying the Amazing Z'Gok, but want to have the original Z'Gok for some reason, you can use these. But yeah, I would question your purchase at that point. Okay, now here are some of its components. You know what? I'm not gonna drop these. These are the parts for the weapons. Now these are for these tentacles. Oh yeah, I'll call those, or if you want to say cables, whatever. These are for the Agugai mode, which is it's Agugai aspect, the whip or tentacle aspect, and these pipes or cylinder looking things are actually the cannons for the Juaggu mode. So you just need to plug these into a certain area, and there you go. You have its cannons, which I will be demonstrating soon after I'm finished with the articulations. Now let's get on to the review. So once again, if you guys are wondering, this being based on the Char Z'Gok, you do not get the 4-claw option. It's not even included, just letting you guys know before you guys ask. And can we use these arms for the RG? I have no idea. Anything is possible as long as you modify it. I'm just saying that it's not going to be like you plug this out, plug it in, that's it. No, that's not how it works. I checked the manual, and there are some different parts that you might need to work on to customize in order to make that work. Okay, now let's get on to the review. There's not much in terms of articulation, to be honest. Once again, I colored the cockpit in paint, or technically a Gundam marker, multiple coats. For the head or main body, there's no articulation at all. I mean, it's just a solid piece. There is sort of an ab crunch going on here, like that, and a little bit side-to-side motion. That's pretty much it. For the mono eye, it does not move, so you only get 1 sticker, so you have to basically choose which area you want to go. Usually, in most cases, I would go for the exact middle, but at the same time, it would be blocked off by this section, so I did put it onto the left, I mean onto the side area, just to make it look like it's staring at something. Okay, that's it. For the backpack, nothing too much for the backpack. Pretty much the same backpack from the original. Just plug it in and there you go. Now for the main arm articulation, the arms are kind of different in this kit. First of all, the original uses a ball joint. This one, as I showed as an example, uses a peg system. And as I showed you guys as an example, despite its movement, in this section it does not move much because these sections, it's kind of blocked off by the armor right here. So technically it does move, but not as much as you think. For the arms, the way how this works is this. There's like 3 turning points. First is this area, 360 twist. Number 2 is this section here. Okay, maybe technically 2, but yeah, this is how it works. There's 2 spinning points. So the way how this works is that you can plug this out. There's a peg there, and there's a poly cap right in there. So what this also means is that you can technically just take off the claws here and then attach it here to make a normal HG Z'Gok build fighters form. Since this section here is not a ball joint, these are the new pieces, so you just have articulation. There's no like articulation in the mid section right over there. I'm not sure which is better, but yeah, I'm just gonna follow the manual. The claws are the exact same. 3 claws, no 4 claw option. There you go. And yeah, I was expecting this be like the entire arm, but no, you just build this part, build this separately, and plug it in. So that's kind of the main thing here. So there's like multiple like rotating sections, so it does help out with some poses because the arm is not exactly strong enough to hold it on, because yeah, if you like shake it around, it starts falling down. So this does help a lot, since like depending on how you put it in and rotate this section here, you can pretty much pull off any pose as you wish to do so with this mole suit. The bottom section, the legs, waist, everything, I checked the manual and they are the exact same articulation and build. These parts are actually the ball joint parts, so they do move, but they have this weird articulation or movement, and I've seen some other reviews and this is the main problem. It just like falls down like that. Not the best connection or like fitting, but it still works. I mean, it's a amphibious mobile suit. You don't really have there's not much to expect from amphibious mobile suits when it comes to their kit aspect. And you do only get a 90-degree bend. It's kind of tricky to go forward, so I'm not gonna do that. The feet are just your typical ball jointed feet, nothing too special going on. Okay, now we've seen the main articulation. Now let's go on with its accessories. Once again, the arm can go 90 degrees, and 360 of the main arm itself is possible, if you guys are wondering. Okay, now, oh boy. Now let's go on with the agugai aspect. Number 1, the agugai. You use these tentacles or whips, whatever you want to call them. Don't judge me. You just plug it in. You only get 4 of these, so that means you only get 2 for each arm, which I think would make sense, and because having 3, I don't know, would look awkward. But you do get 2 of these, so I find these to be a very good, interesting weapon choice and design. Okay, now for the Juaggu aspect, you get 6 of these, so I'm going to show you guys only one. One side only. There goes 1 and 2. Yeah, I'm sorry that I keep dropping stuff in my videos. I mean, it's not like a theme going on, but it happens. There you go. We have the Tiago Cannons, which I really love. However, according to the manual, you have to take off the claws off to make it more show accurate. Because I believe in the show, the claws were like went inside the arm and then revealed these cannons. So that's it pretty much for the Juaggu mode. The rest for the Zogok aspect are these. They don't really pop out, but you have these boomerangs, which are basically, according to the manual, these aren't exactly the same designs as the HGUC Zogoks, but these are the boomerangs, same type of boomerangs or variant of those boomerangs that's used by the Zogok. And we did see these being used in the show. And finally, the AG mode, which basically it's just this. you closed up claws, and it works like a drill. This is supposed to spin, and there you go. You have a drill mode. There's no actual effect piece or anything to show that, but that's how the instruction manual tells you. And that's pretty much it for the review of the HG Amazing Z'Gok. Now, this being premium Bandai, I guess it technically makes sense, but at the same time, it really is a matter of opinion of whether you like it or not. It's not an expensive premium Bandai kit. Not very expensive, but it does have its own charms. I mean, I really love it. Despite its old age, I really love and enjoy this kit. Not only the build, but personally, I love amphibious mobile suits, so that's why I really enjoyed the concept of this. That having like a mixed attacker of various mobile suits like combined into one. So that's kind of like how I take it in. Anyway, if you're a big fan of this, or if you really love the design, it's a worthy kit. You can just go for it. If not, you're not missing a lot. Anyway, thank you for watching the review. This was the review of the Premium Bandai exclusive HG Amazing Z'Gok. If you guys got any questions or requests, leave a comment below. If I got anything wrong, leave a comment below as well. I still have more kits to buy and build and make reviews out of, so please stay tuned. Until then, see you guys next time.